Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Dota 2 here at TI10. I'm ODPixel here with Fogged, and we're getting ourselves ready for the third series on this stream, which will be Undying against IG. We've got the lobby full, we should be ready to start pretty soon. But Fogged, what are you expecting out of this one? IG against Undying, I mean, any sort of reads from either of these teams coming into this?
Ooh, I mean, a lot of people were talking up Undying. They've been saying they're really good. We know that they have their coach. They've got Febby. They've got with Dubu. Of course, with Tomato, he's been looking really strong. But you're playing into IG. And the full squad of IG. As everyone knows, and a major, we did not have the full squad. So I know a lot of people were looking at them and being like, they looked a bit weak. They were playing with their coach, right?
Who was it playing at IG?
Oh my gosh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I actually remember who was playing. But either way, Ollie was not playing.
Ollie was gone,
and they had, I'll remember in a minute or so. But yeah, they had somebody else playing for them. So now they have their full roster, and they're looking really good. They are like really dominating. So right into the game.
Let's get some action going on with this draft. What do we have here? Tiny and Monkey King. No surprises there.
No
Lion
surprise.
and Doom. Bit interesting here, the bans from Undying. I wouldn't say these are the heroes that we're seeing prioritized across the board, but coming out here against IG?
Makes sense. Especially you're playing versus Kaka. You better respect Ben Lion when like all these elusive kind of heroes are so popular and that you'd like to play them. So, yep.
All right.
Yep.
IO to open up. That's one of the hot ones. ET, first pick here for Undying.
And there's the Weaver. Really good hero versus IO. Even like just always in every state of the game, it's just amazing.
Well, as an IO, what do you do against a Weaver?
Yeah,
I mean, you keep someone else alive, but this Weaver's moving all over the place. You can't really do a whole lot.
He does everything that your hero hates. He reduces your armor, he gets on top of you, and he does massive burst damage. Massive high physical.
All right. What's the pairing here for the IO? What sort of heroes do you think IG has pretty high up the list of stuff they want to grab?
Do they just want to do the gyro? Or do you save it?
I mean, do you feel alright with the second? I think you're right. I think you can absolutely pick something like a gyro when you've got the IO.
Yep.
You can open with it.
Probably
gonna get banned.
I like Fly gyro as well too, but okay, they're gonna wait for it. They're actually gonna pick up the heroes to counteract because Nyx is really good versus both Weaver and ET. Really strong versus ET. Carapace always good to counter any type of the combo plays that the hero does have, and your scouting mechanic, and you're amazing versus Weaver. Shikuchi, Carapace, you have multiple stuns, high burst.
Does it sort of put Undying off picking any other heroes that are popular at the moment when you see a Nyx?
The really popular. I mean, Bat is clearly not popular because we've seen literally 0 picks or bans of Bat Riders, so I would have said that one, but no. Dawnbreaker, obviously not. I mean, your Pugnas, your Pucks, stuff like that. A lot of these heroes are just kind of off the table for the most part when you are playing versus the Nyx Assassin. Makes it way too hard.
5 seconds remaining.
Cool, though. Of course, Undying would pick the ET. I know Dubu as well as Febby are both big ET fans.
And their ET is it a core they play it offlane?
That is actually a good question.
You know what I mean? Or
I'm not actually too sure.
Are they
which
fans
of
it in the 3 or the 4? Yeah.
I didn't get to see the games. I'm literally just checking to see which game. Like, I didn't get to see the games they just played, so I gotta like quickly glance over to see which ones. Because they were playing against VP, right? Ooh, yeah, and they got. Actually, they didn't. Undying actually held their own versus VP. It looks like 39 minutes, 47 minutes.
That's not bad.
That's not bad versus like powerhouse VP.
But no Elder Titans in those games.
No Elder Titans.
Wasn't even. Oh, it
was banned.
They banned it themselves, but they didn't have it banned against them either time.
I think right now you already want to. You might want to just. You just wait till you see something. Wait till you see if it's gonna be like it's like a very greedy carry, and then you can make it a 3. But if not, you'd probably just want to relegate it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. IG is assuming that it's probably going to be the 4 banning out a Tide here as one of their bans.
Yeah.
Still targeting the offlaners.
Or 5. That's the other thing. Is the ET can it's like a Dubu 5 staple. Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and I guess that you're quite happy with that lane Weaver and ET. That's a fine lane.
Oh, I'm actually shocked they went for that instead of the Earthshaker. I think Moon was like really all about the Shaker when I last heard about it too. But okay.
And I definitely think there's be an appeal for the Shaker. You know, you see the IO. You know, there's going to be heroes grouping up. So if they don't take it out, could be one for Undying to slip in here.
5 seconds remaining.
No, you're going to be put off from the IO Morphling combo. Cause I know IG, they love it. Like, Fly also loves his morph. But then
Sure,
the
but
ET's
you've
there,
got,
so you get put
you've
off.
got a ban. I mean, and that's, yeah.
You're already put off from it.
You are going to have, one of the biggest strengths against the morph.
Look at the bans. I love it. The emo ban, the Storm, the Lina. They have to set up. That's the lane I'm gonna be literally staring at this whole time because I want to see how Bryle does versus emo.
Another game, another Beastmaster ban. Quickly stepping up to be one of the most banned, I feel, out of the games that we've had.
Yeah, these 3, 4, 5 bans really seem to just be like it's like offlane central, and if your offlaner's not picked, you ban the offlaners.
10 seconds.
I mean, and if you're Undying, do you have to be concerned about IG running a profit? You've already got the Nyx to hunt things out, IO to back up for global plays.
Oh, I
mean?
like me a JT profit.
Yeah.
JT's really strong on NP, and yeah, as we've seen, that hero's good.
Yeah,
real good.
I'd like to see a profit here for IG.
Yep. Same thing. What does ET do versus some Treants? It gets a little bit more damage, I guess, but it's really insignificant when you're doing it on creeps. It's like 7 per creep at level 3. Level 2 Astral, so it's weak. So they're going to go Bane, so moved up the priority on the ET. Still a bit flexible.
I mean, it's another hero that can't really deal with the Treants. I don't know, Profit.
Yeah.
Profit's great hero.
I'm feeling like this is honestly already like a 5 Bane, a 1 Weaver, and a 3 ET.
You don't think Undying's got that much
5 seconds remaining.
space to move around with these heroes?
No, and I don't know how much confidence I have in that. I don't really know how much I like those. If that's the setup that they do have right now. I have to think for a second.
Well, you wouldn't see them do something like a Bane ET lane.
No.
The setup.
No,
Farm on
that
the
doesn't,
ET.
that doesn't sound nice. Well, you can't put like Weaver ET, but Weaver 4 this game. Weaver 4 could work this game because you can rush a Spirit Vessel. So maybe that's the lane. All right, 3 ET, 4 Weaver. Weaver goes for Vessel early and tries to hunt IO and throw Vessel onto him. That doesn't sound so bad.
Taking the time here, IG.
They've got flexibility.
Invictus Gaming's
Oh!
DK.
A hero that I did not think that we would see.
Nice, solid hard stun
Yep.
for the Weaver.
So if it is that...
Good bit of
Core
tower
Weaver.
push as well. Still, I mean, I'd still like to see a Profit thrown in here.
Yep.
It works even better now. They've got this real good group up and go with DK and the Profit.
Definitely, yeah.
It
5
just seems
seconds
super nice this game.
And now it's like you really like with that DK. I feel like even more so. It's like you do not want to run Weaver as a carry, right? Nyx
Nice,
and
heavy
DK.
stuns.
You're gonna get hit by like a 3-second, 4-second
Carapace,
stun, 5-second stuns.
Impale,
Seems a
Dragon
little
Tail.
rough. I
You're
would like
gone.
to see them
And
move
now
down.
Split Earth, another
And
stun.
Another stun.
Yeah, take that Weaver away from the camera.
Weaver 4 position. Yeah. Lesh, and you were mentioning another hero to push, so now DK Lesh.
It's a lot of push.
Lot of
Yeah,
push.
this is some tower taking heroes right there.
This is a very fast-paced draft that I'm
5
seeing right now
seconds
from IG.
remaining.
Nyx Assassin, of course, not so
And
much.
we've got to
but
have
they had
some,
the 3.
they've got to have some deep push. You have these heroes like the Bane ET. Where's your AoE? How
Yeah.
are you sitting back, blasting the waves back out when a DK and Lesh are pushing in you?
Yeah, ET is not the same. He's not really
Yeah,
full out.
it's
deep
not
push.
enough damage. You've got to have something else here to push back from Undying. Some solid wave clear. I mean, how are heroes like the DP? Are we just not seeing DP?
Well, you want it like mid for Undying, but you're into Nyx.
Yeah, sure. I guess you just
Right,
want to
like
play an
it's just
hero
like
at all. Yeah.
That's the thing about Nyx. It does always put people. I mean, Nyx Assassin
Yeah.
is a hero that
It's
always
it's
like,
a
slips
hard draw
by.
for Undying.
Yeah.
They've got some very difficult decisions to make here.
They're running through a lot of
They
their
are.
time, too.
The time's going.
Because they do have the last pick as well, so they got to set that up here with this pick, the next 2.
Is Morph still something that they could be thinking of for maybe themselves?
I wouldn't have liked it. No, I don't think that they can. again, I think it's just 2 minutes. I don't know if I like Morphling. I think I'm just going to keep going back on that one there. But Invoker, I did not think that we would be seeing this much Invoker. Wow, I am
They had 3 games
most
already on
excited.
this stream.
I'm getting like my 2 favorite heroes on like every single game right now, ET and Invoker.
The Invoker has lost both the games we saw?
Yes.
It
He
has
went
lost
Wex
both
first level 1 and lost both games.
Yeah.
And they did pick Invoker into Nyx, one of the highest in-game heroes in the game.
Ooh,
Invoker
that's-
into a mana burn.
That is true.
But that comes later. You know, mana burn does come later, but as the game scales, it gets really, really difficult to play. And same thing, Carapace. You know, you're easily Carapaced on Invoker.
I know you're expecting this. We'll go DK off lane. Lesh. Do you want the Lesh against the Invoker, or are you playing safe lane Lesh picking someone else? Or are you happy with Lesh against Invoker in the mid lane?
I think Emo would be fine with that, yeah. But I guess, yeah, it is still technically flexible. That is true.
Yeah, you could have it safe lane here. Oh, Shaker ban.
And they're expecting them to put the Weaver carry. Look, they're like, all right, well, I think they've already guaranteed that the Weaver is carry. So I guess Undying is. Yeah, we'll see if they do switch it up. Maybe they just don't like to play the ET as a 3. If IG has all that information on them, that's going to be a concern.
Invictus
And they're going to ban the Gyro. I think that was, yeah, that's the best one for sure with the IO right now. With what they're up against.
I mean, is it, they're banning the Blood Bright? Maybe they put. You still just pick Prophet carry, don't you? Put the Lesh mid. Or do you not like it as much now? Things like the Invoker to catch you as the Prophet.
Honestly, I think I'm okay. They have a really good triple BKB timing. That's what I look at when I see this. Like Nature's Prophet, DK, Last Strike, BKBs, Undying, you do nothing. BKB hard counters their draft. Bane can grab you, but
And not a huge amount of catch. They could go for a carry that's going to have easy escapes. I know I'm not a fan of the Jug, but when you're playing this sort of push and you have something like the IO to benefit from the healing ward.
Fly heroes. He's likes his Ursas, his Trolls, his Morphlings. Ursa could.
I think you're gonna get kited too much on Ursa.
Remaining.
You're gonna get kited too hard.
It's fast though, and he secures Roche. But they're gonna go for Void. So now even more, if this is
if they carry Weaver,
if they
it's
actually
scary.
go carry Weaver,
you feel like
no
if you're
way.
Undying right now, you're saying we can't do this.
No
carry
way,
Weaver.
no way.
Like,
if they force that carry Weaver, I'm gonna be so worried.
I don't
for
think
them.
they will. There's no way they will.
Like I'd actually be
they
worried
won't.
for them for the future for a
They
while. I'll be honest, because this looks like a really bad carry Weaver game.
3 stuns and a chrono.
Yeah. It's a carry Weaver.
Unless it's a carry Slardar, let's go.
It's a carry Weaver.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see what Tomato
if
can
he
do.
wins
You know
this
what?
if Tomato wins this game on Weaver, that's going to be something for the headlines.
Wow.
But
they actually did it.
Not an easy carry. Probably one as hard as it can get as a carry Weaver.
And it's also like now it's like this Void pick into Invoker as well. You know, you get just time dilation on him in the mid-game.
You're playing Invoker against Nyx and Void. Probably
And
the two
the two
heroes
harder
that
ones
have
to play
the
against.
two abilities that destroy you the most. This looks like a tough game for Undying.
Nyx, Void, and Silencer are like the 3 cursed heroes to play versus Invoker. Yeah, this does look quite difficult for them.
I mean, let's see.
Let's
As you
see
said,
how it
people
comes.
have been talking up Undying. Maybe
Yeah.
they've got something magical going that they turn up. It doesn't matter what they pick. They're on a roll.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And let's see how weak IG's lanes can be, right? Because we do have it's Void and IO as the duo, so that could potentially maybe if they're able to get like good pulls off on the side of Undying, right? Because they're dual melee, so we're probably gonna see like Moon Meander walk and start pulling creep waves. So if they get like some good levels, they could kill the IO a lot. They could put some pressure onto Fly. At least that lane.
Yeah. It feels hard, right? Because you get to like the mid-game fights where Weaver wants to start to get involved, and you got 4 heroes. If you stand anywhere near one stun, and who's bailing you out? I mean, maybe a good Stomp, Nightmare, or some team fight control from Brile. They haven't really sort of got any direct save to keep Tomato safe. His game just seems very, very hard.
I'm definitely worried for them, but I'm looking to be impressed. Tomato has absolutely been one of the standout players for this team. He's just been up and up. Like every single year, he looks better and better. So, if anyone's able to do it, maybe it is going to be Tomato. Let's see.
Yes, indeed. Here, so we're getting, ladies and gentlemen, game 1 of IG versus Undying. There's IG, a lot of stuns, a lot of catch, a lot of kill. Undying a lot of armor reduction. Now that's
A lot of armor
what
reduction,
one
for
thing
sure.
they really have got going here. The Slardar Weaver, Elder Titan. You know, likewise for themselves, if they're able to find IG hero after hero, actually get the hits in, you know, IG's heroes will melt pretty quickly.
Absolutely. I think it's a lot up to these laning phase. I really want to see how Saberlight gets off to start. And what Moonmeander is going to be doing as the CT. I really do think it's like creep pull. Like, he's got boots, so I'm already expecting it. You creep pull bottom, get level 2, can maybe catch the IO off guard if he's out of position, and just keep trying to get
30 seconds
good trades
to
with Fly with the bash. And yeah, everybody's starting Wex. Look at that. So I guess that's something that must have started happening inside of
EMP.
scrims. You just get the EMP to secure range creep.
Alrighty, and yeah, we're interested to see what the build nowadays is for the Void.
Yeah.
Imagine still the Maelstrom, but I believe some players were starting to go with the Echo as well on the Void, right?
Yes, we've been
Echo
seeing Echo
Sabers just
Sabers too.
battle
Too
begin.
good.
on the rise across the board for carries and off lanes alike.
Fly. Won't be able to get the rune. Moon does click a bit better than him. So it will be 3 runes for the side of Undying. And let's see how top goes. It is a Bane and a Weaver. So this is where the Undying also could have really good lane setup, right? The Weaver and the Bane versus double melee. They will have a Sentry inside of the laning phase with JT and Kaka, but yeah, Bane, as we've seen, is just king of lanes. So I really am torn now because I want to watch. I really want to watch the mid lane for the mid matchup, but I actually do like the potential for Undying side lanes. I think that's the one thing that they do have going for them.
Well, who's dying here maybe?
Honestly, I think like IG, either one of these heroes could maybe go down. JT maybe not once he gets a couple levels in, but early on potentially. Kaka too. So I think it's just going to be a lot of like creep pulling up top. So I do think that Undying can get some nice kills in the top and the bottom lane. And yeah, no creep pulling for you. He gets to sleep.
And Dragon Knight is a hero. That was a hero that you feel is not too strong right now. This isn't a hero you expect to see too much, right?
He got straight up nerfed. Like, he got nerfed. He got, I think his Elder Dragon got kind of buffed, I think it was, or nerfed. No, he got nerfed. He got all nerfed, everything, yeah. People still like the Elder Dragon form, the Ags form, but you have to get to that point, which is just tough at times, it seems like, from what I've been hearing from most players. But yeah, let's see how the lanes do end up. Weaver getting full free farm. Slardar up to a decent start. Okay, so I'm gonna keep looking at this mid lane, see how Emo and Bryle go at it. So this is a Quaswex Invoker versus a Lightning Lash, so the spam won't really hurt the Invoker so much. However, he is gonna get doubled up on creep waves constantly. Top to get the pull off. EMP will connect with Emo for a second. But yeah, Dubu gets a hard pull off. This is actually pretty big. Kaka can't really contest that. So the Weaver will continue to do very well, and JT will continue to suffer a little bit here.
And Duba doing a very good job of making this lane very nice for Tomato.
So that could be the hope, right? He gets off to such a good start.
And on this bottom lane as well, does it sort of get to a point where they're going to try onto Flies. He's got no time warp for quite a bit of time. Trying to get into the trees, and we would be able to drop down a branch as well to block off the chase. Ollie, nice tether over towards Fly. Moon's still trying to chase, but needs a couple more hits, and he's not going to get them. Fly starting to turn back round and punch back.
That's what I was saying about, the lanes.
It's
looking pretty decent. And Moon, once he gets level 3, it's going to be even harder hits that come out onto Fly. He's got to be careful how he uses those time walks.
They are running the sidelines very nicely here.
Yep.
See Fly having to be very cautious how he steps up, especially with level 3 on Saberlight.
Yeah, and Weaver is getting absolute free farm, so that is the one thing that Undying has going for them with these lane setups.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fly is just, every time he walks up, he just takes takes a big hit because Moon Meander went for the aura and it's physical damage, so it's 100 damage bonage bash, so 167 with the armor reduced. It really hurts the Void.
Yeah, you just can't trade hits as much as you'd want at all.
He has to be more careful about just pulling creep aggro, I think. I think in the beginning he thought he was going to be able to trade a little bit better because he has overcharge from Ollie, but not the case. Ollie's still hanging on to a salve here. So maybe potentially kind of baiting them. Maybe like wanting them to go for fly and then he's going to turn with that salve.
Look at those hits here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's level 3. You know, that's the ET.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just hit 2 heroes with it. Plus 80. Then he's got, what, a couple creeps on it too, so plus 129. Yeah, they can't even deal with the ET, so this Void is going to suffer. Starter's going to get some really nice solid farm. Weaver is going to be under no pressure at all as he's got the Falcon Blade already done. So yeah, really good start here for Undying. Mid, we do see Emo is getting a little bit ahead, but nothing too significant just yet.
Sure, he's just... Bro, not really worried about too many moves either from IG. Ollie's not going to be leaving this bottom lane,
and Dubu comes and actually just salves his mid laner. Like he gives him a kiss. Bryle thanks his Dubu. His top looks like they're trying to get a chain stun onto Tomato. But Tomato, he doesn't fall for it. He just turns with the swarm and starts hitting Kaka rather than being scared and using Shikuchi. Good awareness. Bottom.
Oh, one more hit,
yeah.
Oof. Oh. Nearly getting in onto Ollie there. One more hit, but Fly, some solid body blocks, making sure that his IO stays safe.
Told you guys he's broken. That damage.
Already just at this point of the game.
Yeah. You always get those, like, you know, you get the really strong power timings on ET, like 3-5 inside of laning phase most times. Fly.
And they're trying to trade back. Yeah, Fly has to jump away. Gets caught in a sort of a crush bash combo of Saberlight. They'll have the physical to kill him.
Damn, you know, Fly's getting really bad luck on bashes, I'm not gonna lie. He's gotten like 0. He's got 2 points in it as well. Top, the bugs. Not gonna be enough. JT will be happy. One thing we always do say about Weavers is just be a little bit careful about how you use bugs. They do give a lot of XP.
JT and Kaka are going to try and step up for the kill onto Dubu, but man, they have to be cautious. Tomato always looking to turn. Spine Carapace will hold him back momentarily, but he's Shikuchiing forward. He's ready to go. He's got the first blood. Tomato.
Yep.
And the two of them here, they are having a beautiful safe lane Undying.
And that's why they went for the Weaver. No, they did set themselves up with really nice lanes. And yeah, working out so far here. These first 6 minutes looking great. Even the mid lane, the Invoker started to catch up to Emo, actually surpass him. As we see Dubu smoking up, scouting some stacks, putting down a ward, and maybe setting up for JT. JT is like half the HP.
So they think they can do it. They're eyeing him up, maybe seeing if they can go for the setup.
He can just TP you out if he really feels unsafe. But
that's a lot of damage though, with the
bugs
bugs starting to bite away.
He doesn't want to leave the lane either. He's got stick and fairy fire. Yeah, and he's fine.
Still meaning that you know, Force Bat unable to keep the pressure, or well, put any pressure onto Tomato. 39 and 11 on the CS here, Tomato. Complete free farm top.
See what Emo's gonna do. He's in the area here. Ah, yeah, they're gonna go for Dubu here. Dubu got it pretty easy. That will be what? He's gonna pick up Arcane Boots.
See bottom.
Oh! Bottom.
Oh! Fly. He's gonna try and turn maybe with Moon steps under the tower. Moon. Yeah, he has to back off. As, they get aggressive, but this time round Saberlight ends up dying.
The trade-off this time, and they actually they haven't gotten any kills bottom. That I'm surprised by. I thought the Slaughter on the ET would be able to, but Ollie and Ollie and Fly have done a great job of just actually playing it safe, just playing it careful there with the heals, with the constant salves that I've seen Ollie bring out. He's caught back up. 35 and 6. He's not really that far behind the Weaver at all.
No, which is, he said, what impressive considering the pressure that they put on him.
Yeah.
He hasn't broken. He's kept his wits about him.
It's always the nice thing about having an IO at your disposal, right? You don't have to spend a single penny on regen. He's just always able to top you off in every single one of these situations. So, aim in a rune. Top. Emo gets lucky. And yeah, he did pick up the arcane boots. So now Kaka, he can stay on the map easier. He was actually out of mana, but Emo picking that up is able to keep him topped off. JT, no hesitation, just as soon as he hits 6, just pops the DK form.
See how much they can do to hold this tower. Tomato. They're just going to have to deal with the 3 heroes coming up as we're getting another movement from IG.
If he gets caught from the initial stun, Tomato, got to be careful here. He is going to see Emo.
If one stun catches him, he's got backup.
Okay, now he should be all right.
3 heroes in the neighborhood for Undying. They're going to try and do their best to push back JT. We see down bottom, Fly went for the Chrono onto Saberlight, but ooh,
the damage.
The stops there.
It is.
A Chrono gone wrong as Undying will be the ones to take the kill, and now Ollie's got to run. He's able to tether back to the creeps, but that's not how you want your first Chrono of the game to go.
Especially when he was just starting to really get the lane back under control fully after they got that kill onto Saberlight. Definitely costly. Now they want to have Chrono for the next like fight that comes out if one does happen, if Undying just looks to force anything. And you want to have Chrono for Weaver if he does look to go for like a free little cheeky kill. That's actually quite big.
Yeah, Tomato's going to have a smile on his face. He knows that whole window of Chrono's fierce threat.
It's like, oh, 2 minutes? 2 minutes no Chrono? Why, thank you.
Yeah, especially at this point of the game where the chances that someone's going to be able to walk up and stun him are low. As long as he's playing well around the vision, and Dubu's been doing a grand job of making sure that they always have all the information they need around this top half. So Tomato's been feeling as safe as he has.
Dubu is, Dubu, very good warder, always. Look how much vision they already have down on the map.
Yeah.
Even like the sentry coverage too, like, yeah. Top tower. Oh, wow, JT bought, I didn't notice he bought a Falcon Blade. Okay. Top tower will be taken out. And that's something they're always going to be able to do on the side of IG. A lot easier than Undying. It's just easily rinse out those towers with pretty much no commitment. It's just an edict in a DK form and just hit it a couple of times while Undying. A lot harder for them to take the tower. See Tomato working on it with Saberlight.
Looks like they should get it though.
Yeah.
No, especially with the Chronosphere on cooldown. IG not interested in pulling together a team fight to hold on here.
Nah, they're low mana. Kaka's complete He's hit the 6 now in the mid lane. They've got no way to defend. And Chrono is down. If they had Chrono, perhaps they can look to make a situation when they catch Tomato, but they're making their own play. Top, DK form still on.
Stun opening onto Dubu, but Saberlight has turned up, as well as Moon on the way over, so they've got to start backing off. Saberlight closes the gap onto Emo, browse in with a cold snap. Emo trying to run back in, but the stomp down from Moon will hold him back. Saberlight gets away.
And the salve, did you see that? Like one tick of the salve actually saves Saberlight between that poison, the corrosive. I actually cannot believe he lives there. Emo overstepping his bounds, just really trying to put pressure onto tier 2 Undying. They hit back. Kaka. Oh, he tips Emo. Saberlight, be careful, man. Uh-oh, don't fire up Emo, right? You guys are going to get question marked this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Emo. We remember Emo back from those Singapore Major Finals.
Sentry placed. Kaka just outside of vision of it there. But they're aware of him. They know he's here. As the Vendetta will wear off. Chrono is back up. Mask of Madness picked up in this game here for Fly. Max Bash, too.
Yeah.
All about the aggression.
Really was just quite a slip up that he didn't get that first kill with the first Chrono. Slows things down. For sure.
How's Saberlight doing on his blink? Not bad. 900 away. Bit slowed down in comparison to JT, who's just been literally sitting top lane just farming. JT should have a better timing on his overall, even though he is more behind. He's farming at that faster pace. He's getting set up on now too, Bryle, as well as Dubu. Bryle has the Spirit Vessel done too. And nice timing. So he's got that solution versus the tanky DK. Heals from the IO. It's nice and early for Bryle.
It's a bit of an awkward position to go on him here. But
He's tanky there too.
Yeah, he's up by the high ground as well. And now actually over to the side. Moon, he's wandering over. IG will turn and kill him. That a little bit of an awkward attempt to get something going there, Undying.
And now the tower, it's very likely to just go down. They're going to set up with the Slardar, but their deep push is lackluster. They pretty much have none, actually. They have to choose to fight around this area if they want to try to defend it. It's Bryle. He's swinging over, but Fly's here.
And he's got a chrono.
He sure does.
He's ready to drop it, catches the two of them. Have they got the damage, though? Briefire comes out across both of them. They'll take down Saberlight. Bryle's trying to run. He's going to start ticking down, but it looks like he will live just enough for the regen. Fly jumping away with the time walk. Tomato backing out himself as well with the time. That's the splitter coming out. Catches the three of the Moon, trying to step in onto Wally. But he can't stay on target. Still has to respect the fact that IG, they're good and strong, ready to fight. Emo with the full HP and full mana.
Mech, it's just too much. The sustain. Look at this. And now look at Emo. He's like, don't you dare tip me. As they take out the tower easily after Saberlight goes down. A very weird, I'm going to be honest, like if you watch the replay, Fly did some weird stuff there. He chronoed, stood for a second, popped time dilation, stood for a second, then popped Mask of Madness and started hitting. I think he actually would have killed in the Invoker if he like...
Wait, really?
If he like canceled his animation.
Maybe a bit of lag. I mean, let's have a look.
You'll see it. Watch
Fly.
Ready? Chrono. Time dilation.
Why?
Where's his Mask of Madness? He hits like twice and then he pops a mask.
Oh, come on.
It's big. Look what Bryle gets away with.
I mean, sure, one more hit. If it was a bash, he would have got him.
He didn't cancel the animation of time dilation. Like he time dilation and waited for the whole animation to go off, and then yeah, it was just weird to see from Fly. But still a nice play there from IG, setting up for their easy tower pushes.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That move did start to really close the gap. Now, Tomato might still be there at the top, but as we said, he does have to have a brilliant game because it's not easy for the Weaver. His game can get shut down pretty quickly. A few stuns come out from IG.
See if he can farm this Linken's at a decent rate. I know he's quite far away from it still too, but that will cover him from the initial, right? The DK stun at the very least. You still have to worry for the Carapace, the Nyx stun, and all the others, the Chronos there, etc. But at least it'll be something. And yeah, this 4-3, quite a quiet game. And I think IG is like perfectly fine with this, because as we mentioned from the start, for those who weren't there at the beginning, this does not look like an easy Weaver game on paper. He came out really good out of the lane here, but let's see what happens when they all start kicking off the big fights.
Let's see if they can combine with a smoke. JT, he's got a blink if he's quick enough. It won't be. Saberlight's in with the setup. He's tanky, JT.
There's an IO
they're
heal
coming over. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? I think they might just be able to do so. IG, they're coming with the backup. JT still alive, finally falls. But indeed, the neutral creep's the one to take his life. Ollie will die, so Undying, they get something. But they don't get JT.
Not bad, though. Nice little surround there from Undying. Didn't have everybody there on the side of IG. They didn't have Kaka. They didn't have Chronosphere just yet. Now Chrono is back up, and he has a damage item, too, so he's got Maelstrom. Undying all in the area, though.
See it, they're trying to bait with Emo. And it's kind of working. They're going in onto Emo. He's Emo.
He's in some trouble.
I mean, Fly's out of mana. Fly's got, he's out of mana.
He ran into the EMP.
He did. He took the EMP straight to the face. He's got nothing to offer. He's got to step back.
Ooh. He just walked into it. Emo just gets fully controlled afterwards, and Undying, they find their place back in the game after a couple bits of slip up there with their Blink Dagger on Saberlight. Now tower secured too. Now they can get aggressive into the enemy jungle. They still have that deep ward down too. I mean, that's twice now. I'm telling you. 2 times that Fly some a little bit of weird stuff.
Is his time to turn up again. Smokes up. Still a little low on the mana, so I have to be careful.
I was about to say, better go on those intreads because you won't have Mask of Madness.
Yeah, he's going to be cutting it short. But, well, comes out the smoke. Doesn't feel that there's going to be anything to find here. Undying, they are pretty prepared, hiding up.
They're so ready for it. Look at this. The 3 of them just sitting behind, 2 of them sitting behind Saberlight. Good ways of disengage and counter initiation from both, actually the Bane, the ET, and the Invoker. So that's something Fly does have to be careful of too. Inside of his Chronosphere, a Stomp, a Sleep, a Tornado, a lot of different things that maybe we did overlook at the beginning too, where we did see there was a good Void game for like the cancel versus time dilation versus Weaver, but No, he could slip up. I suppose they can throw it.
Oh, can they
JT,
find it?
He used his stun on a creep just now, so.
Oh, Kaka is going to be able to get the stun off. Coming in with the relocate as well. Kaka starting to get low, but the backup's here. They turn with the Hex out onto Brile. Brile trying to run with the time dilation in the bashes from Flyfly coming in with the grip. Dubu, he holds back Flyfly. That's going to give Brile the space to get out of there. The splitter comes out. Flyfly jumps forward. Chrono is up. Looks towards Invoker. Will take down Brile, but Flyfly is falling below. Has he got enough power to keep on pushing? He does. IG jump forward.
Ooh.
They take down the 4 of them.
It looked a little weird there too at the start because JT used a stun on a creep, so he didn't have the stun initially to cancel the Fiend's grip, but ends up being okay. They have enough sustain, and 4 of Undying actually quickly go down to the damage. Tethered up Leshrac is terrifying on. That spell amp is no joke.
Yeah, Emo's just charging in and...
Look at his item too. Kaya, Fairy Trinket, plus the spell amp from the IO, so it's just like, whoa, he's just raining out damage.
It's very strong, especially against these heroes, right, like the ET and the Slardar, who want to be fighting on top of you.
You just get shredded. You're so squishy to this. Tomato still, though, yet to die. 2-0-1. On his way toward that Lincoln's.
It's incredibly difficult, though. Yeah, even with the Lincoln's, the Chronosphere, and so we're talking about that damage being pumped out by the Leshrac. They will kill that Weaver during the Chrono.
For sure. Or just a Carapace into a Nyx stun, into a... Yeah, they still... They just have so many ground tons, too, so...
It's hard. It's
definitely
very
difficult.
hard.
Looks like he will be able to finish up that Lincoln's freely, though, so that'll at least maybe catch them off guard once or twice versus the, you know, the DK JT. Might not be able to get the initial catch onto him. Brile almost has his Midas done, so looking for that later game scaling. And Saberlight, he's on his way to the BKB, but he's been slowed down significantly. I see Moon Meander's actually been farming quite a bit, so Moon, give him some credit, you know, too. He's got Medallion, and he's one component for Aghanims. He's still very far, but is getting some growth.
Yeah, he's been landing some good splitters in the fights.
He has been, yeah, absolutely.
Just hasn't been quite enough to break through them all. His team with the Eye, with the mech, Ollie, able to offer enough at this stage of the game to offset a lot of that burst that they look to fight back with Undying.
I'm surprised Ollie hasn't actually picked up any of the other small items to start getting ready for his Holy Locket. I thought he was going to start getting those little components, because some of them are a bit cheap. But I mean, I imagine he's going to do that anyway quite soon. As we see Emo, look at the all-out aggression, Blink Dagger. 1300 HP Lash with a blink.
On top. They're going to look to take out Saberlight. They've got him.
He's getting high five. Yeah, I was about to say, where's Emo's high five? I was about to say, where is it?
Oh, he's found another.
The Blink Dagger.
The Blink. He's in on top of it. Oh, missed the timing.
Emo.
I tell you what, he didn't want to kill him anyway. Yeah. Didn't want to kill him anyway. They want to go for him. They're pinging him out.
Oh, but the Blink.
The sentry. They've got the opening.
Got the stun
this time. He has the stun. He's not going to have enough damage straight up, though, to kill Tomatoes. Tomatoes.
He's fast, though.
He really is.
Very
here
fast.
With a buffer from Ollie's chasing him
And
down.
He's got another one.
stun hits. And what?
The Blink.
The Blink. Emo knows what's up over to the side. They're trying to grab Flyfly with the Fiend's grip. It doesn't matter. They've got to run Brile. He's going for the TPL. He's not making it away. Brile goes down. So does Dubu. Starting to fall apart a little bit here for Undying.
Poor Brile just has like 6 spells on cooldown, so time dilation's doing like 60 damage per second or something. He dies so quickly. And that was a Chronosphere used as well, but we're seeing the power of the Blink right away, right when it's revealed.
They're coming over.
Oh, the speed they're playing right now.
Kaka is setting up. Emo in with the Blink, closes the gap.
The high five's ready.
Up. Oh, they shouldn't have made Emo mad.
No.
This is not a man you want to mess with.
Oh, no, not Moon. Be careful.
Emo, is he going to blink in a second?
Nah, they can't catch that.
Okay, you know he wanted to.
But they're just starting to cruise through the game. Like, JT has just been popping Elder Dragon form off cooldown the entire game, just farming with it. JT now getting the space over on the left side. He almost has BKB done, so he's going to be covered versus the Invoker completely already at this point in the game. Starting to get quite difficult here for Undying.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where the difficulties we were concerned about during the draft are starting to arise.
Yep. Not from the Weaver, though, to be honest. I mean, Tomato's actually holding his own, but they can't do anything. It's 13 to 5. It was 4 to 5 at some point. It's been like 9 kills in a row for IG, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I like this. The Roche would be nice.
Okay, the bugs plus the
How long on the chrono?
corrosive. It's
It's
long.
long.
So 60. They'll get this. They should be able to get this.
I mean, they're smoke. They're
JT's
heading
actually
straight
still
over.
smoked right here.
JT is ready to start things on Dubu. Straight away, they look to eliminate the
Uh-oh.
Bane. They're trying to finish Roche's solo,
It's
but they
so
can't
low.
stay. They want to stay in the pit, but they can Tomato do it? He's getting bashed by the Roche. Tomato, he's got it. He's got it. Roshan down, Aegis picked up. Tomato will be able to take it. Now he's going to look to try and fight, but the bashes are coming in. Tomato, he's getting
Tomato's down.
completely bashed. That's the Aegis gone. See Emo jump over to the side, a force back Saberlight. Perfect stun timing there from Kaka. BKB pop from Fly. He's looking at the bashes. Tomato trying to get out of the pit, but the
Can't
bashes
move.
are coming in. Tomato, he can't escape this. Too much damage coming out in the AoE from Emo. As they get the Roche and the Aegis, but it's a costly one.
They did get the last hit, though, at the very least as well, right? Yeah, so they did, but yeah. They got the kill, they get it all, but IG's just, they were right in the area, right when they started it, too. They were fully prepared for it. And now instantly smoked on the hunt.
Oh, Moon.
Kaka finds another.
Yeah, they do. They are just finding everything here. Emo getting involved in so much here across the map. You cannot get away from this Lesh plus whoever else is up from IG and ready to fight.
You tipped him, and now he's 7-2.
And bottom.
Now another one,
Just that the
relocate.
killing it doesn't stop.
No.
Fly is going to be the one to get brought over by Ollie for this involvement. And, well, Kaka,
Kaka placed a lane ward.
Oh, he's looking to
He
get round to
actually
Saberlight and Bra there. They're going to poke him, but I don't know if you want to mess with this team right now.
The
IG,
Carapace too.
They're just killing everybody.
The Invoker, do they have vision?
They don't. Bri will manage to live
He is
for
lucky.
now.
He is a lucky one.
It is getting pretty damn scary here from IG. 19-5.
Yeah. Let's see, when was the last, oh my, Owen. You bring it up, there hasn't been a kill for the side of Undying since it was Emo on the tip.
Oh no, really?
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
don't
been-
tip this man.
It's been 9 minutes since they got a kill. IG just got fired up from that one there
They
is
did.
now. Just relentlessly pushing, relentlessly taking any fight. Look how fast they're setting up too. They're still pushing bottom. Kaka's already on the way top. Now Fly TPing over. How long on reload? 20 seconds. They might not even need it. Bryle.
I mean, these
got
kills just
Chrono.
aren't stopping.
Nope.
These kills they're not stopping.
There it is. Another one.
IG just running across the map, pressing all the buttons, and Undying is dying.
Oh, but they're losing heroes
Oh.
down over here.
Hey,
JT.
here we go. JT,
He's
they've
gonna
got the
get
grip.
gripped.
All right, here we go. Undying finally able to break a bit of the piece coming from their side, and we'll get a couple of kills out of this.
Wait, was IG hitting? IG was hitting high ground. Dude, they're insane. Setting up a kill on the top lane while also edicting it on the tier 3 bottom.
I think they're feeling pretty confident.
They're probably feeling
They're
super
like,
confident.
Yeah. They feel pretty solid right now. I don't think they feel too much fear from Tomato's Weaver in this game. It's just so hard for Tomato to show up as the Weaver, despite the fact that he himself has been playing a very safe game. He's keeping up for the most part in farm.
Yep.
It's just what impact can he have as the Weaver? It's hard.
It was a first. The thing is, it was a first 2 nicks, and they picked the Invoker and the Weaver. That's why I'm still so shocked about it all. Because Bryle's game is he's 1-3-2. He's having a really difficult time, even though he got his Vessel early. He just can't really make much happen. And this is the 3rd Invoker that we've seen today, me and you, right? The 3rd or 4th Invoker, right?
They're the third. We've
Third.
Had,
And
yeah,
they've all
we've had
lost.
3. We had 86 player earlier, and we had Toronto Tokyo player in the last series. Both games were tough ones.
Yep. Similar. I feel like just BKB being so efficient now of an item just makes Invoker a very difficult hero to play. But yeah, we are continuing to see it right now.
Radiant are
A smoke and a scan from RG. They know where they're headed.
Emo has 3,200 gold right now.
Kaka. Leading in on the front line, so he's going to go for Tomato.
Oh, he gets the break.
They pop the Lincolns. Oh, Tomato's able to break away from the stun control, though. Is able to get out in the trees. He'll manage to make it out of there. So they won't get the kill.
Ooh, that was close. Very lucky that he gets away there. Whole team has to come bail him out from one of those setups. As Fly just continues farming, chilling, as the Mjolnir done. Bryle on the hunt, though, with the Ghost Walk, and they do have Saberlight, who still does not have his BKB.
You're seeing Moon take over the farm from Saberlight. It's life for the offlane has definitely slowed down.
I mean, Moon's about to have his Ags done.
Yeah.
If it was a better ET game, I'd be like, this could be a
Could
difference
carry it,
maker,
yeah.
but it is not that great of an ET game. Just playing into this natural armor of the DK. So many plethora of stuns, heal, sustain. And just built in bash, of course, Void. Full BKB now, and this is what we're mentioning. You know, the Invoker, Bryle, he's been having a tough one, and now it gets harder. Double BKBs are at the ready. Or sorry, triple BKBs are at the ready on the cores, and IG, they're going to probably look to take a Rax here and just get a overwhelming lead. So the wraparound, they use the glyph for the mid tower as well. Moon. Stomp will connect, but...
Yeah, but just the jump and stun block from IG's heroes is pretty much uncounterable here for Undying this game.
Oh, did they just glyph their tier 2?
They
I think
did.
IG is about to go to the high ground, ladies and gentlemen.
JT's got Dragon Form in 10 seconds. Fly's got the Chrono.
I don't know who glyphed that one. That was a very bizarre glyph on the side of Undying. I think IG is going to full commit onto this tier 3 Rex.
Yeah, that's... I mean, maybe it's part of the plan here for Undying. Maybe they feel they can sort of bait them into some sort of high ground defense.
I mean, they're just gonna. Now they have their own glyph. Oh my god! And they also killed top tower. So now
and Emo's it. He's looking for Dubu.
IG resets their glyph.
Run away.
He has BKB if he wants to. She was for now.
Gets grip. Tomato's focusing with the BKB. Emo down to the side. The Chrono's going to get dropped down. Fly catches the Bane and the ET. In fact, the Revenants, two of them walk into the Chronosphere as well. Bryle just gets destroyed. No buyback for either of them.
He just got his BKB and he just walks in and gets slaughtered.
Sounds at least the bottom rack's gone. Some more kills maybe to come as Emo jumps over towards Moon. Moon's gone godlike for Emo now. BKB's popped by Saberlight. He's having to use it to walk back to the fountain.
They're ready to jump him as well too. If they step up, they've got the chain sequence of stuns. Even Tomato, Lincoln's is not going to save you. They have way too many different ways to break it. And yeah, another Rex and very likely the game.
Yeah, maybe they're going to have one final fight in them, but yeah, not too sure it's going to make much of a difference at all.
No, Tomato already just stop canceling his swarm. It's IG. And we'll back up, give some respect to those respawns, but damage is done. 15k lead. Just smashing through them now. Now they're even just starting to pick up those dream items, you know, plate mails for the lash, so that minus armor that Undying did go for in the draft is going to be completely counteracted. Yeah, just smooth sailing. Undying.
They're trying to catch them by surprise, but let's see what they can do. Got the lead in onto Ollie. But the stuns come out from Emo. Kaka lining up the two-man as well as Saberlight's out. Tomato's going to have to put the time-lapse and run, but the BKB is enough to get away. It will be Moon with a four-man stomp. Gives the coverage for Tomato to escape.
I believe there was 1 second left on the BKB cooldown for both Saberlight as well as Bryle as they were running up there, so getting caught by the stun. I think Bryle's a bit lucky that he's actually able to get away and survive. Oof. Yeah, game just continued to be impossible, and IG just looking good, honestly, as we've been hearing.
Not looking to have any trouble here at all in this game.
And there's still 2 minutes left on the glyph cooldown, so onto the top lane, onto the top Rex.
What are you going to do here? Undying, Bryle. Hiding in the trees, but there's no defense to be had around the tier 2.
I mean, you hope that Moon meanders somehow. He's got Ags. He's got his level 15 talent if he chooses to. Oh wait, I think he actually he skilled an ability instead of taking it. So might not be able to get that level 15 talent for the damage, but it does feel like they need some type of like goofy saving grace from one of the supports or something. Lincoln's now done even for Fly, so that Fiend's Grip much harder to get off, and Roche spawns as soon as he steps out of the pit. The moment he stepped out. I love it. DK Ags now finished up too at JT. He also has a headband too. It's actually a pretty cool item on the DK. Stun now has more cast range.
Tomato
forces the BKB with the
Chrono.
And he's got the talent, the 20
they
talent.
got the damage, a few bashes. Oh, it will do
does.
it.
And now
Tomato's
Saberlight.
down. Saberlight tries to get in on this, but he falls. Ollie, he's still alive. In fact, he's going to be able to get back out of there.
Oh my goodness.
As Ollie's away, Moon trying to spider leg himself out of this one, but Fly will find him. They'll call it GG. as IG take this game on against Undying. And I mean, as we said from the draft, Undying, it definitely felt like they made this one hard for themselves. A challenging draft that they sort of decided to walk straight into the game with. Keeping that decision to keep the Weaver as the carry, despite the direct counters that IG managed to get through against it. And the Invoker pick as well. We've already seen this hero feel underwhelming today. This game, it was a difficult one to try and play it into, right?
Yeah, I mean, this was just, sure, lanes. Undying looks like they drafted just full out for lanes, but you can't really do that. Like, IG's draft, we just see, like, after those first 15 minutes, Undying never really got anything off the table. It was 5 kills to 4 after laning phase, and then now it's 30 to 7. So 26 kills on IG to the 2 of Undying during all that time, and full map control.
Yes, and I like legitimately, right, if you are a team playing against IG, I feel like you've been having words with whoever's tipping Emo.
Yeah, Saberlight, don't do that, man.
Do not tip Emo. You're just inviting yourself for
highest net worth at the end of the game. Emo, most kills. Emo.
Just yeah, focus on your game. Don't make the man angry, because he'll have a pretty good time if you do. Yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. IG with a pretty solid showing here in game 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for game 2 between IG and Undying. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to TI10. I'm OD Pixel here with Vogd, and we are halfway through the series of IG versus Undying. Just had game 1. IG looking pretty hot. Undying, not the worst. Pretty good laning stage.
Good laning stage.
But
that was it.
It was a tough draft
It was
to
a tough
play.
draft.
So, on the positive, if they manage to sort things out a bit better in the hero picking, I think they could have a chance.
Yeah, or just be more willing to accept to a point when it's like, you know what, we should relegate the Weaver. You know, it was the first 2 pick Weaver.
Yes.
We saw all the rest of the picks.
Be a little less stubborn.
Yeah, maybe a
with
little
that,
bit.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. And
don't tip emo. That's the other thing.
Yeah, don't
tip
tip
emo.
Don't. See,
Unless you're like, you know, it's not like 15 minutes. If you're like 35, like 32, you know,
I'd say it's still a bit dangerous.
then you can think about it.
Especially in game
tipping
1 of a
early.
series, you know,
Yeah.
because
Game one's
the
risky.
effects of that tip, they will persist into this second game.
It's true. It's true.
You know, emo's not forgetting that tip.
No.
So, well, we'll see if they're ready to step up against that. A riled up emo, as we really did see. Game 1, emo having a great time. I mean, the question is, what kind of has to go? I mean, you're Undying. You played against that IG. Anything that has to go from game 1? Do you have to be a little more careful about letting the IO through?
Jeez, it's like, honestly, though, like, and maybe Kaka's an issue. Kaka was everywhere this game. His Nyx assassin, like, he 3-1 and 15 in that game, and they had the first 2 ban his Lion. You know, it's like, you know, maybe it's like, do we actually want to target Kaka as one of Kaka's heroes? Because no matter what, Kaka's going to have an impact. Like, this guy is a super playmaker and always has been. So, I don't know. That makes things kind of complicated because both those 2 heroes, Nyx and Lion, they target a whole, like, variety of pool of heroes, right? Because they're like, Lion's going to be good versus, like, the spirits and all these, like, elusives, but so will Nyx. And Nyx also kind of ticks that box.
Yeah. No, really, the information that he was able to give was pretty invaluable in that game. We saw it as soon as they got even just a little bit ahead, IG, just the ability to find heroes that were just pushing out on their own. I mean, it really did fall apart massively for Undying once. Just kill after kill after kill, really, for the second half. And they really struggled to break it down at all. But yeah, game 2. The draft has begun, so we'll be able to get it on your screen shortly. We'll see what sort of adaptations they make. And see if, as I say, just give themselves a better chance. They definitely have much more potential than what we saw from them having to play within game 1.
And that is a good point right there, you know. IO was let through. So now we see Moon bans it, and that can change a lot. Because Ali also, he had a hell of a performance. Multiple times inside of team fights, he shows up, mech comes off, boom, everything changes. So
yeah, I think you got to take it away when you want to play this sort of, you know, when you're playing the heroes they were last game, like this Slardar, this Weaver, Invoker, that want to be running around killing people. IO's just going to mess it up completely.
I thought this would be what they went for the last game. You know, that's what I was mentioning. I was like, I'm pretty sure that they wanted that Earthshaker, but they switched it up, and now, yeah, exactly. They leave Kaka's Lion, they leave his Nyx. They're like, whatever, we're picking our heroes. We're playing a normal game of Dota rather than getting into our own heads.
10 seconds
This is much.
remaining.
Yeah, we're already looking like a stronger startup.
Invictus Gaming.
See what we get. No hesitation. Kaka's like, thank you. And they're going to grab their a staple that we used to see for quite some time. The Lion and the Tidehunter, and Undying with no hesitation themselves. Grab the Doom, which was banned last game. Good hero versus Tide.
Yep. Can't cracking off the Doom.
Nope. You get a decent lane start because you get a fissure. So if your Doom wants to like run in, he eats the range creep from the enemy line, and then you fissure, and your creep waves meet at some funny position.
TA ban. I mean, it is emo. It is emo. I mean,
emo.
TA's a hero, though. I mean, where does the sort of hero stand? I mean, is this something we're only going to really see banned out against players like emo? Like in general, is TA that strong?
If it's a good TA game, I've still seen these TAs like explode because she still has that. She's like the highest XPM, highest like, GPM in the first early game. Period. That's if she gets away with it, she's gonna be able to, and she's gonna be able to like that Roche secure. That hero's insane, especially with something like Tide too. It's Tide TA. It's you know, tested staple. As we've seen at TI, of course.
I do like the Doom as well against just emo in general, right? You know he's going to be playing one of these heroes that he's just going to be out to Doom emo every single time, and
that's going to be Saberlight.
You've taken the IO away as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just going to be that. I don't think we're going to see the Doom drop down on a single other hero. He's going to be saving it for emo every single team fight, because you know that emo wants to play one of these sort of spirit heroes jumping in, getting the kills. Shaker and Doom, a pretty good way to deal with that sort of hyperactive player.
I think I'd like something for Ollie, honestly, another sustaining hero, like an Undying. I think this time around versus the Doom. You get the heal. Your versus a strength hero in lane if the Earthshaker actually wants to lane it all too. And then if a target is doomed, you soul rip them like once or twice inside of the fight. They'll be good. These two heroes do not touch Tombstone. As if IG wants to go something down that route that was similar to the last game where it's like that sustain for Ollie. Or Baden, I guess. That's the other one a lot of people probably still do like.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, what about, could they used to run a lot of the Oracle, didn't they, IG?
Invictus
Oh,
Gaming.
that's true.
A lot of, you know, a way to save, and you know, what happened to, are we seeing teams play Oracle, or?
Not too. Oh, actually, I can check across the board if
Like,
you want.
I remember, yeah, IG used to be solid
save.
with the saves.
Yeah, I like Undying. I think
You
it's,
think that's just more?
I think it's annoying for Shaker because
Two
it gives you a
strengths.
vision inside the team fights. The zombies can mess with you too, and it's just yeah, it's good versus Doom. It gets a heal. Any type of heal is always nice versus Doom. Oh, I can't check heroes. It looks like it's crashed. Sad. I want to see what else other people are playing. Grimstroke ban. Makes sense with the Doom.
Yeah.
So this series doesn't seem to have the high priority on Snapfire, though. Last two series, we saw people really liking Snap. But interesting.
Invictus
Bans,
Gaming's
taking out
turn
that
to pick.
Ursa.
Okay, yeah, making sure things are nice for Tide and lane. Now, what do they want to get? Something, as you said, maybe another support that can provide help for
I like it.
someone that gets doomed.
Yeah, still like it.
10
Especially with the Ursa
seconds
ban.
remaining.
See what else we think of.
Undying's turn to pick.
I heard Undying, so I was like, wait, what? So this is the puppy, right? Or well, we did see. I was looking up some more stuff, and it was other Chinese players that I think were starting to do it earlier than Puppy, the Veil into the Shard build. But Puppy has now adopted that one for himself, and now IG bringing it
10
back.
seconds
Zero seems strong, honestly. That Ignite plus Veil, like, it's so much damage in a fight,
5
and you are
seconds
unbelievably
remaining.
tanky no matter what happens. You don't even need an item to tank up.
What's the answer here for Undying? What's Tomato going to want to play this game? I mean, Weaver is still in the pool, but whilst it's probably not as scary as last game so far, it's still not fun. There's 3 stuns,
it's
so
3 stuns. Yeah.
I feel like they are going to want to try something different this time round. Undying.
Not a whole lot of information to go off of, though. So they're just going to pick something safe. Lena, and then they're going to do a Disruptor off the bat afterwards. So
Alright.
Disruptor, okay, so two
Yeah,
different ways
Doom
to
and
deal with the
Static Storm.
Tide. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay. That gives them some nice catch as well.
they really want to stop that Ravage.
Yeah. Leaving the carry for last pick
10
as well.
seconds remaining.
It doesn't mean that
5
IG's,
seconds
IG's, no matter what, they always are going to be able to see it, but
I'm going to guess IG's probably going to go for their mid now, right? Get the they know the matchup.
Yep.
No, it's Alina from Brian.
do they just Lash again? Lena does
I
beat
mean,
the
they-
Lash overall, but Lash
I
is a
feel
pretty
like
good
not
one.
when you don't have any real way to buff the Lash up.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be Void Spirit, okay. Ooh, I do love me some emo Void Spirit. Could be a
Yeah.
tough lane, though.
He's going to have to be careful. They have got ways to catch the Void Spirit.
sure.
You know, 4 heroes, ready to lock down stuns, and so there is no IO. There's no
5
straight
seconds
sort of hero to
remaining.
bail the Void Spirit out if it gets caught.
He is another hero with like Tide Hunter that, you know, they just get in there. This is what we saw EG having too, right? The Tide Hunter plus the Void Spirit. At some point, like you have these double initiators that get into the face of these heroes, and it can be hard. Heroes like Disruptor and Earthshaker, once heroes start getting into your face, the game gets difficult. So, Undying definitely looking to play ahead with the way that they've set them up for drafting.
Yeah, what do you want to see if for Tomatoes to carry? Well, I'd like to see something bigger, something like the. I don't know. I feel like a Medusa would be nice here.
I want a BKB core. Medusa's usually not really a BKB core because you're playing versus like the Tide, right? But-
Sure. I feel like you're gonna have the setting of Shaker and Disruptor. They're gonna keep them locked down.
I mean, the two that stand out to me would be what, your Sven and your Lifestealer, but they actually ban out the Sven themselves. No, I don't really know at all. Because if you're going to pick Lifestealer also, you wouldn't ban the Sven. Or would you?
Well, maybe if you're going to pick something like a PL, you ban this fan.
Maybe, okay, yeah. PL, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're versus Lion. I mean, PL's still fine.
There's not. Well, I
It's not
guess
the
decent
worst.
there with voice. But if you're able to get the defusal on the heart,
Yeah, no,
PL's going to be
this looks
pretty
good.
unkillable this game.
This could look like a good PL one, yeah.
We'll probably get a good read off the basis of what
10
Undying ban out here.
Ooh, Tomato has not played any PL.
I mean, if
I was scrolling through a while
and
as well.
if he was going to play the PL, I feel like you might want to ban the Lesh, even though they already have the Void Spirit. Lesh could be played as the carry, and that would ruin the PL.
Mm-hmm.
And then it does force the Doom to have to make serious decisions on who he wants to lock down with the ult out of the Lesh and the Void Spirit. But
They need something that's gonna lane well up there with the Disruptor. Something strong. That's what I'm thinking. That you want to just be able to like leave on, not like on your own, but that's gonna be decent-ish on his own. So I'm thinking
against
I'm
the
still
Tide.
yeah, so I'm still thinking like Lifestealer, even though maybe through the game it's not gonna be the best, but it's a Tomato hero. He likes it a lot. Yeah, Tomato also likes Jug, but it's like because it's just I see the Tide Hunter, and every time I see Tide, it always does stand out for Jug. But then you're like you're tripling down for the Tide. You already have
So you're
Doom and
gonna go-
Disruptor.
Undying.
They're gonna ban
They
the
ban the
they
Jug,
can ban
yeah.
the Jug. I think the Jug.
I would have
fit
felt
still
PL,
too.
but maybe it's safe if Tomato just doesn't really play it. You know, the ban the Clinks, not Rocket Barrage, just the Barrage with Maelstrom can be annoying for PL early on if he ever tries to turn up. But if you're saying he doesn't really play it.
No, Lifestealer is one of the last few.
Lifestealer,
If he plays PL, it could still be an okay PL one, but
Gaming's turn to
okay. That's the vision. So they've got vision for the glimpse. They've got extra ways to catch as well too. Long cooldowns though. Earthshaker ult, Doom ult, Spectre ult. These are very long cooldown
And
spells.
What do you got? Any sort of break heroes you could draft as any Silver
10
Edge buyers?
seconds remaining.
Let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
Who's been forgotten about that's been left in?
He has Ogre, so he can play like anything.
I mean, but I guess not too much to follow up the Chronosphere with, so maybe Void won't be too appealing to play again. No, Firefly was hitting some pretty nice ultimates towards the end. Maybe some sort of Lincoln's buyer.
Trying to think of something that's just like a hard, like the straight 1-to-1 versus Spectre, but
Okay,
Wraith
Wraith
King.
King coming in. All right, against the Doom.
the Doom and
making
everything,
sure
that
that
makes sense, sure.
But how good is the Wraith King though? This hero I feel has really fallen off. Fly, he's ready to try and show us that no, it hasn't. It's still very much viable against these lineups that do have those big old ultimates that really focused on blowing you up the once.
It should be a completely free lane for him though, right? Wraith King versus what, Doom Shaker? Like what are they gonna
Sure,
really
he
do
just hits
versus
him.
this? He's just gonna be able to farm. So I think this should be a pretty free farm there for Fly at least.
Sure. I don't know. Without a doubt, this is much hotter from Undying than Game
Infinitely.
This is good. Tomato, he was doing solid on the Weaver early on. I think there's every reason to believe he could have a pretty good start again here as the Spectre. And I like this one from Undying.
It also
and
is-
I'm not sure about Wraith King as a hero.
Yeah. Lion is good versus Spectre though. When you pop Haunt, Hex, Mana Drain, once you get your talent, if your team is all around you with the Haunt, you kill three of those Haunt illusions almost instantly. We know the new build, of course, for the Spectres. We'll see if it's going to be the full rush or if it's going to be a little slowed down. It's like Echo Saber Ags every time now on these Spectres. We're seeing some people go straight Ags.
I think it's going to be good this game. You look at the 4 heroes that Tomato has around him. They're all ready to set up and fight, right?
And look at his last one.
They're always going to be looking for. What did he have?
He
on
was
KDA?
007. 007 Spectre.
Did he win? He won 007 KDA. All right. I don't know what happened that game, but hey, he won.
He probably rushed Ags, and he was probably
just-
like this support, not like support,
yeah.
but like kind of supportish Spectre.
All right. Well,
Let's
here we
see.
go, ladies and
what we
gentlemen.
got.
Game 2 of Undying versus IG. Game 1 was a tough one for Undying, but now his second game draft, I like it. We'll see what Fly's able to do on the Wraith King. See if he can make some magic happen. But yeah, Tomato, if he's able to keep on that sort of the same strength that he was laning with in game 1, he could build up the spec to be quite the unkillable carry this game.
What
Yeah.
a punk.
No, he definitely could. I'm going to be more looking, I know I mentioned it the last game too, just like the mid matchup that on, you know, your Bryle versus your Emo, but Bryle was quiet, and that's like the third game now I've seen these quiet invokers. I want to see him pop off on Lina a bit, so eyes on Bryle to see what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, it's going to have much more chance to perform here. IG though, level 1 smoke, see if anyone's going to step over here.
That wasn't too bright.
30 seconds to decide.
Again, seeing teams be very careful about getting caught out by these level 1 smoke movements.
That's a sneaky ward, that sentry. So blocking out the camp of the Lina, since it's already a Lina advantageous matchup versus the Void Spirit. See the line drawn. Dubu, he wants to go make his way to block the camp as well
Fly.
too.
Oh, there's going to be quite a brawl here. Tell me
Nice
the oh,
fissure.
beautiful fissure indeed. 4 of them blocked off. And yeah, be careful with those tips there, Polite. Keep them within your own teammates. Don't fire anything the way of emo.
Tomato out clicking again this time. JT won't be able to grab it. And let's see what the starting items. We see Dubu starting with a Bassi. Okay, cool. So I want to be able to provide that extra mana to Tomato. Usually you see on these disruptors, it's like Tango, Salve, triple Mango. So you can just get the constant spam, but wants to rather go for the Bassi to give both of them mana, I guess. And Emo finds an instant D ward on the ops ward. So has already an advantage in the mid lane. He's got quarter of a level already.
But this is not an easy matchup early for emo, right?
No, most definitely not.
Bryle can click him out the lane.
Yeah, and the positioning of the lane also was kind of rough for Emo there. So now it's like a doubled up wave that Bryle's just going to be able to just click him. Just hit him. That's all you should do, Bryle. Hit him more.
Get back.
Just keep hitting him.
And as it goes with the lane, so you do for what top lane, when you're running this 2 melee into the Wraith King, flies, he's going to be free farming up here.
It should be free, yeah. Especially with an Ogre who's just going to tank like the majority of the damage too. Yeah, it should be free for Fly, I do believe. Sableye actually just have to be a little bit careful of how far he steps up, because he can die also once they hit level 2.
And then down bottom, you know, for Tomatoes, is he going to have equally as easy for time here, or do you think things will be a bit more difficult for him?
I think he should have a pretty easy time. He's got a stick already finished up. JT has gone for Anchor Smash level 1, so immediately you're always going to be able to get that farm. Dubu, he'll likely die a couple times down here. Maybe even just immediately as soon as they hit 2. They're just going to skill gush and kill him, but we shall see. Kaka has to be careful how much he trades on the side. This is something I think people overlook, is when you're trading as like a Lion versus like a Disruptor or something like that, you have to always remember what the one hero is, like what the carry hero. He can just throw a Spectre Dagger from super far away and then you just die because you're already double nuked. So Kaka, he's getting that double nuke on him, but Dubu steps up also.
Oh, and he'll get the first blood. And Kaka, he won't quite die. Tomato can't commit under the tower for him as top lane.
Yep. He stepped up as soon as they hit, as soon as they're getting those 2s, the lane positioning is not good. They have to be careful as those double melees versus Ogre and Wraith King. So it is a lot of damage that comes out. Like Ignite plus stun, you're gonna get, that's like 200. You get hit by another stun from the Wraith King. It's like 300 plus damage, not even including right clicks. And Emo, he's holding his own in mid completely. Actually winning.
Yeah, he is. This is impressive stuff in that matchup. Moon trying what he can to get control of the lane and the waves, but not having any of it, RG.
Kaka just getting all these trades bottom with the Disruptor. They're slowing down the Doom up top nicely there on the side of IG. Moon Meander. Kind of fissuring himself off, and now Ollie gets in front of him and gets the bounty rune. Oh no!
I mean, Ollie can keep running him down. He's going to have another round of the blast and the ignite in a second, so he's more than happy to trade hits here with Moon.
I'm surprised Moon's actually going to trade it. It's like Ogre's got so much base regen, he doesn't even care. He's just walking. He's like, okay.
I mean, it's hard for Moon to really put pressure onto either of the 2 of them top.
They're actually slowing down. I mean, they're slowing down Tomato a little bit. Just I think this is like Anchor Smash damage reduction. He's actually having a little bit of a hard time last hitting there. JT will need some harassment, but ring of health.
Yeah, at this
No
point,
concern.
with level 4, he's he shouldn't, he shouldn't die down here.
Yep. Mid lane.
Around here, Emo. He's up and away with the dissimilate. Make sure he's out of reach of
Kaka's here.
potential light strike rays. And yeah, Brawl, he's aware. Won't be able to step up for the rune.
Ooh. So Emo will be much healthier now. They will salve up the Lina, but Bryle down to like no mana. Emo, yeah, has another bottle charge too at the ready. Kaka's still here.
Oh, he gets the opener stun, but Fisher out from Moon.
Nice.
Once again, stopping them from being able to lead in off the back of that opening. Bottom. Another attempt onto JT. Still damage. Not going to quite be there.
No. Bit too much. Too much HP regen. Bryle sent back to base now too, level 5. So Emo, he's gonna get this 6 quite a bit before the Lina does now. JT's now even farming the pull. Oh, poor Dubu, the worst feeling. You get your stacked pull finally after it's unblocked, and the Tidehunter just walks over and steals it from you.
Yeah, not a lot he can do about that.
Up top, Saberlight. Double ignites on him.
Oh, he's trying for the TP out, but
Oh, and now he has no TP back to the lane.
that hurts.
That
It's
hurts.
This top lane's been the roughest out of the 3 of them so far.
Yeah, Fly, it's absolute free farm. Phase Boots finished up with the gloves already. Got more than Tomato does. Kaka will commit his life, it looks like, for the kill, which they will get, but he will lose his as well.
Top tower is under attack.
As mid, yeah, Moon just has to sit mid, to be honest, because now Bryle's just under so much pressure because Emo's 6 before him. Moon would ideally like to play top to be able to protect the Doom, but he has to sit mid for Bryle because these runes securing and they'll just kill him. Emo will double commit on him with the Astral Step. So they will be able to get him that invis. That'll keep Bryle a bit safer, and Moon Meander immediately goes to top to help out Saberlight. So it's the right move from Moon, which it's sad because unfortunately, you know, Saberlight does die because of it, but it's the right move about him playing in that lane.
Yeah, they know that they can't kill Fly right now.
No.
No point in throwing too many abilities out, as they won't be able to take him.
Kaka walking in, getting rid of that bounty rune. Moon. We'll scout him out. Can they take out Kaka here?
I mean, Kaka's got backup.
Oh, I guess that might be the new build. 2 points in the Infernal Blade.
Ignite into the Ray Fire Blast and the stun. It's looking like a pretty dead Shakers. Moon quickly dealt with by the 3 of them.
I've seen this sometimes on some players. You go for the Infernal Blade, but I don't know. That looks really weird now without having Scorch. But maybe this is just a new build that I haven't been seeing too much on the Doom. I saw it in some games, in some like with people playing it, but I thought Scorch would have its merits this game. But
On the bottom lane, JT is just, he's under no sort of pressure.
no, he's chilling. Everybody, all cores on the side of IG are chilling. Bryle having a much better game than the last, though, as we're seeing from the start here, and Tomato still having a similar game to us. He's just farming, he's free farming too. Emo making his move bottom. Undying is aware of this as you see them hiding, and Bryle now hitting on the mid tower.
Oh, Saberlight, he's in trouble yet again. They've got him.
He's so far up.
He's looking pretty dead. Ooh, oh mate, one more hit will do it. There it is. Fly slams him down.
Nice try. He put the tree down to block their path, but wasn't quite enough. 3 deaths now already.
Yeah, that top lane's not been easy.
Nope.
And now
Bryle?
stepping over Kaka and Ollie. Looking to join forces here with Ema. The Fisher comes out,
It
but they
catches
catch Bryle
Bryle.
with the Remnant into the stun. Bryle, Hydro Array will get the Laguna. Oh,
wow.
he's out to
He's
the Hydro.
alive?
Fair fire pop, but he does still fall. So as we see Undying, they get the 2. They're going to be able to get 3. Kaka, he's trying to run, and he's being body blocked up here by Bryle's illusion.
And he gets the last hit with the illusion too. Nice.
All right.
I was about to say he got super unlucky. He popped his illusion rune, and he actually got his real hero hit by the Aether Remnant there from that Void Spirit. But either way, he was able to turn with those chain stuns and get those nice kills. Nice man up. Nice turn.
Not bad whatsoever here from Undying, so we'll see it again. It
Yeah,
didn't
look
look
at
to
this,
be
the
off
illusion,
to
and the Aether Remnant catches him.
a good start too, yeah, with the quick death of Bra, but getting what he did get out.
Oh, and then, yeah, even he did you see like inside the midst of the fight too? Is like I gotta like give some props, of course, to all these players. He swaps the Fairy Fire in and survives like one extra last hit. So some nice little heads up play there. Emo just got chain stunned. He had Fairy Fire, but wasn't able to get it off.
It's Fly 9-minute Midas. Top net worth, he's going to stay up there.
Yeah. Oh, he did? He did actually end up going for it. All right.
With the farming,
I like
get
it.
in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're playing versus Spectre. You know, you both have late game, so.
Okay, we're mid.
Emo.
They are able to walk in, drop down the Doom straight away onto the Void Spirit. He's gone.
And
Also
another.
with the setup, Thunderstrike with the glimpse back onto Wally. Undying. Slam Smash is just thrown down as well. They're not holding anything back here, Undying, to make sure they get the guaranteed kills. Get some early hits onto this tier 1 tower.
Just keep hitting the tower, though, Bryle. Okay, there we go. He started like moving over to like a rune. I was like, okay, first take priority of when the Void Spirit is dead. You want to get as much tower damage as possible. How's Moon doing? 1K from Blink. Nice fights. Much closer game, as we said. Much closer draft. 6 to 7, 10 minutes. Tomato getting that farm now. Not under too much pressure. Emo is looking to try to shut him down with Kaka, but can't get the setup. And yeah, Falcon Blade straight into Aghanims. So no longer the Echo Saber that we were seeing from before.
Just wants to get involved, and
Yep.
as I say, you know, but the lineup that Undying have, they've got 4 heroes that will be looking for the kills constantly. A lot of setup.
Look to play fast and look to set up your disruptors. Set up those glimpses constantly. That'd be nice. This mid, really prioritizing this mid tower for Undying. They have their catapult, they have a DD, so they should be able to finish this one off. JT's in the area, but this tower's already dead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That'll be the bot stun, so no, not. Once the Ags is on the Spectre, they'll have 2 of these very highly mobile cores ready to make plays, be there to back up across the map.
Saberlight again, bottom, shows himself.
Going in, and with the finger, they've got the burst. Saberlight continuing to struggle.
Is under attack.
These are costly deaths. Like, he is really starting to hurt his game and hurt his team's game. Him setting up down there, now him dying.
Oh, we didn't get to use his Midas.
He didn't get to use his Midas, and his 2 supports were rotating down to help, but he showed his face so far forward that now his 2 support moves are kind of wasted and spotted from the deep ward vision that IG has. You don't want to die like that too much more, Saberlight.
Dire's
1-4
top tower
already, yeah.
is under attack.
He's pig pulling out so he can try to get his Midas off as fast as possible.
Money changes hands.
The ward coverage right now from IG is crazy. They actually just have vision of like everything. Like, even in some of like the more obvious like ward spots too. They're not getting dewarded out by the side of Undying at all. They have like both of the cliff wards that usually get dewarded instantly up, almost full duration. Very rare. The Dubu usually gets rid of those very quickly.
Yeah, they're seeing everything.
Yeah.
They know straight up that they can just go for this play mid and force out some reactions. I don't know if Undying can hold this. They are going to try with the smoke, maybe see if Dubu can get the setup for a static. See what they can try for here. Static Storm's down.
It's a pretty good
Into
one.
the
It's on
Doom as
Emo.
well. They're throwing all down onto Emo. Take that Void Spirit out of the
Denied.
fight. They'll, oh yeah, indeed. Fly. Managed to stop them from getting that benefit. Ollie still dies. That is the Doom. Static Storm. Haunt used. You kill the Ogre. Force the Void Spirit to be denied. You do protect your tier 1 tower, but it's a lot of long cooldowns that
Yes.
once both the 2 of them are back in play, IG will be sure to try and punish.
Absolutely. They could get caught off guard though. Moon is about to have Blink Dagger finished. So they might look to be like, okay, those spells are on cooldown, go back mid, take the tower. But maybe Moon having the Blink so early might catch him off guard. They're giving him the farm bottom. They were pinging it out. Tomato wanted it, but I think Moon was like, no, that's my Blink. And he misses both last hits and now he doesn't have it. It's whenever you're watching the player, it always happens.
I mean, they're going straight in.
Yep.
No, I mean, as you said, that sort of delay there. Maybe in another
That's a big delay.
in another universe, Moon would have been TP in top now, ready to fight, but
Dire's
it's going to be a
top
little
tower
slower.
is under attack.
As IG with this wraparound, Brian and Saberlight, they're looking in a bit of a scary position here as the setup comes out. Ravage as well to just lock down the Lina, take down Braille over to the side. Saberlight, he's trying to run, and he cannot escape this. Dubu's going to bail out with the TP. Saberlight, ooh, okay, Kaka off the mark with that stun. But you can't miss the blast here from the Ogre. Ollie throws it out. I get the two of them.
What a wraparound. They were so far up, so deep. Like, Bryle is in no man's land. And now, yeah, Moon. He will have the blink, but it's spotted. Since he still is farming around that bottom ward that was placed so long ago, they're going to see that fresh delivered blink dagger. So it should not be a surprise to the side of IG if anybody is glancing around there. And they have a blink dagger of their own. So JT, easy way to start the fights. And he's tanky, so even if they do get a lot of those like setups, even if they do static stone him, I think most of these situations JT's going to live and then get that Ravage off afterwards too.
It's going to be very good for reacting to the ultimate commitments from Undying. They look to jump in with the Doom Emo. Jumping in with the Ravage might buy enough time to allow Emo to walk away from Undying.
Fly is just, he's just completely uncontested in this game.
From
From lane to mid game, he's got Relic and 500 gold already. He almost has like Radiance. Radiance Midas phase boots. It's gonna be done around like that 16.5-minute mark. The heck? Why are you tipping him? And now Kaka, he'll also have his blink done. So at a pretty early timing for the Lion. That's gonna make the Lina's life very miserable. Bryle's going to need a BKB as fast as possible for these next upcoming fights because those double blinks to get on top of him hurt. As Moon, the ward just expired finally. That ward that was set up down bottom, so they know where he is. Well, let's see.
Can they take him down the 2 times hit? That's the once. And already the second time is looking to maybe be quite difficult. Moon's going to drop the Echo. Have got Tomato coming in as well on towards Flyfly. Flyfly is going to attempt to try and run away from this. Backups in from Kaka. Flyfly's going to be able to get up to the high ground. He's out of there for now. See if Moon can find out any follow-up. He can. Jump forward from Moon. Fisher down. He'll take out Flyfly. Get the catch onto Kaka. It's Undying. They pull it all together there. Moon making the moves with the Blink Dagger. Take down 3, they don't lose anything Undying.
No, that was beautiful. And now they've got the Ags finished up onto Tomato, so they can look to make that play a lot more frequent there. Not even needing the Echo Slime, really, in the next further situations when they do have that Ags. Moon walks directly into Emo. Will be just fine. But yeah, now with Ag Spectre, I think they can do that with almost any setup. Without Echo, just an Enchant Totem and a Fissure, a lot of these heroes will be easy to pick off on these side lanes. And that was right before Radiance was done, so a very important kill.
Let's see how quick they can be to get another catch.
And BKB, I think, finished on Bryle, too, so he's got good coverage to protect himself versus the Ravage. There's that Blink Ravage. Almost has his BKB, too, so they'll have a pretty good timing with those double BKBs. Tomato starting the fight to give them the vision. As we said, lots more hope here for Undying. But Radiance is done. IG still hitting most of the timings they want. Emo is just very shut down, as we've seen. Just they're throwing everything onto him every time. Doom, Static Storm's plenty.
And IG smoking up from position they know isn't likely to have any sort of vision on them. This could allow them to get a good jump on Undying whilst the Haunt is down.
Yeah, they've got the Ravage, they've got the Radiance, they've got Reincarnate in 4. Let's see if they can get in here. Saberlight still no BKB. This is the ideal target if they get on him first.
Money to burn.
Hard to just break right into this high ground though. Moon Meander at the ready. No Echo. 10 seconds though.
Let's see who's going to get the jump on who. Undying.
Dire's top
Doing a
tower
good
is under
job
attack.
of setting up in a way that makes it very hard for IG to do anything mid.
Good read. Good read from Undying. Tomato, yeah, as you mentioned, they're just buying time. Wait for Haunt before you really look to take a fight. Sure, they can look for fast, frequent plays with Shadow Step, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
This rush, I mean,
nice quickly.
IG is headed quite far away from this. They're smoking up.
Radiant are scanning.
Trying to get the booster to get over here.
Radiant scan. It's going to catch IG as they're walking in.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh,
under
yeah,
attack.
Undying's playing careful. They don't want to
Gonna
stick around.
see how low that rush is, though. Flyfly's like, yo, I'm about to go in, guys.
I mean,
He's like, guys, I think we should just do it.
Moon,
Scouted.
daggers out. They're going to get the vision here with the Horn. Jumping around. They'll get the catch onto the Tide. They want to try and eliminate the Tide before he can get the Ravage off, and they're able to do so. JT goes down. They've found the Doom
Instant
as well.
buyback.
Drop down onto Emo.
2 buybacks.
A great way to start the fight off there. Sure, Static Storm, Doom, Horn was used. They still have Echo Slam Undying, so they can still take a team fight here.
I think JT was so focused on buyback, he didn't even use his hood when he got gone on initially.
Fly. He wants to finish this, but Vision's being granted here for Undying. Kaka jumps forward, looks for the stun. JT's in as well. They managed to close the gap onto the two of them. Going in with the pulse as well. There's the Slam Moon. He's tried to come in, but it's a little too late. They've already lost Saberlight on the high ground. They've got the catch onto Brawl. Brawl, he's been surrounded. Light Striker Raid down. Tomatoes trying to focus on a wall. He will take down the Ogre, but Brawl, he cannot escape this. Emo chases down with Dissimulate. Moon comes back in. Another Fisher. They're bringing Fly low, but the Reincarnate's up. He's ready for a second round. The grab back with the Remnant onto Moon as well as the crit. Emo takes him down. 2 buybacks coming out from Undying as they look to try and turn this, but Bryle and Tomato, they've had to back off. There's no more fight to be had, or maybe there is with Moon. He's trying to get in on this, but he did buy back. He's got to be cautious. Bryle
Emo.
to chase down Emo. He's still got to dissimulate. Has he got anything else to jump away? He's up in the air. He's starting to hold them back. He's away with a step. Bryle,
in.
BKB, he really wants to kill. He's got it. Laguna Blade coming out from a distance as Bryle shoots down the Void Spirit, turns over towards the Tide as JT, he's surrounded by Undying.
Their buybacks are going to be
And
more
they've got the
useful.
glimpse onto Wally. They might be able to get the Ogre here as well. Daggers out, Moon in with another jump. Another kill, Undying. Whew. Coming out on top with their buybacks. And with that move, 3 dead on IG, Undying, they're going to be able to head into Roshan and finish it off for themselves.
Oh, that's huge. Bryle, I love that Bryle just commits for it. And that ward paying off dividends. The deep ward that Undying's had that whole time while they're doing the Rosh, they get the vision. He knows he can just commit for it. Great buybacks.
Huge moves.
Excellent buybacks coming out from them. IGs were good too, but they chased a little bit too far, and then Undying gets their buybacks, and then they're able to turn it around too.
Moon able to come in with this nice slam here to make sure things didn't fall apart completely for them. Just that huge bits of damage, making it a little harder for Fly to fight on. As Bryle is able to tease with him, keep to the edge. See back in action. Tomato is already back in on top of Kaka, and Kaka, he's out.
It's so much damage. Kaka's not able to really respond to all this, and the Orchid's almost done for Tomato too, and that's going to be priority target number 1. Every time he's just trying to jump Kaka and insta-kill him. Dying, really starting to find their footing. 3k lead. BKB and small crit on Bryle. It's looking good. Even though Fly is so farmed, the rest of his team is really struggling, and Emo having to buy back too and still dying. It hurts.
Where we are seeing with the lockdown, Undying doing a very good job. Saberlight as well, a very tough start, but the Dooms have been coming out each and every time onto Emo.
Very true.
As expected, you know, coming into this one, we knew Saberlight would have it out for him.
IG, they're just smoking again. They've got Ravage again, so they just want to look to keep trying to get these fights, trying to catch Undying off guard. And as we said, there's that Orchid done. So Tomato, should have enough mana sustain now, hopefully, to sustain the insane spell costs of everything that Spectre does have. But yeah, this is going to be a problem for the Lion, even for the Ogre. They're just food to the Spectre.
Undying ready to catch Bryle.
They know where they are.
He's going to TP straight over.
Undying knows exactly where IG is. They want the fight, Bryle.
He's just walking up into it. He's going to walk up into it. The finger comes out. Bryle, he's getting burst completely. Is he able to live? He is. Bryle's still alive. He's not going to go down. They turn over towards Emo, who buys some time with the Yules, but he's in the Static Storm. Moon's going to have the lockdown with the Enchant Totem. Double kill for Bryle. The Doom's down on JT. Tomato's ready to chase. He's running down this Tide. Backup is going to be there for JT, so Tomato can't continue to commit, but IG, they can't turn and fight. They've got to back off.
Again, it's just every single time they're getting the right targets. The Static Storms and the Dooms. Dubu this time getting Static Storm instantly on Emo, and the Doom may not net them the kill, but it pushes JT completely out of the fight.
A nice, confidence from Bryle, just really making them have to throw everything onto him. He has that Aegis. He wants to try and soak up the initial burst, and he certainly does that. IG, they throw it all out onto him, and yet not even able to take away that Aegis.
I cannot believe he actually survives. Still 2 minutes now where he's got that Aegis, so that they have to just be careful on the side of IG. Every single time it's like Haunt is used, but it doesn't matter. Undying is just still ready to fight, even though they use these like Dooms and Haunts, because they just have like little mini ones. They just have so many plethora of long duration, big ulti team fights. Yeah, it's working. It's definitely working on Taiji. Fly's gotta be. I'm surprised he didn't go for a blink this game, but maybe he doesn't feel like he can at this point now, since he's the only carry, since Emo's so far behind. But he's got to be doing like a better job to kind of just like cover his 2 cores. He's got to be the one to eat spells, but Undying's just doing a good job of not wasting them onto the Wraith King. Always saving them for Tide and Void Spirit.
Dire's top tower is under
IG will show their faces down bottom.
are fortified.
Doesn't look like Undying want to come down and fight them quite yet.
Get some information. Nice little shadow step.
Sticking around IG. Tier 2 should be there, as maybe Undying can look for the trade top.
Undying Doom back up in 5 seconds. A just being reclaimed in 40.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Blink is next on the horizon there for Flyfly. So still he does want to do, what I was mentioning is he needs to be that one to just jump in and be like, hey guys, throw spells on me. Then the Ravage has to come in, then the Emo has to come in. So I like that he's actually going to end up going for it anyway. Even though, as we were mentioning, he's really the only one who is scaling on his team effectively right now. JT has gotten things to at least amplify him. Does have a Solar Crest to buff up Flyfly. But look at that. Bryle's actually gone for, okay, cool. He's gone for the Silver Edge this game on the Lina. I saw he had the small crit picked up. I thought maybe he's going to go Daedalus, but no, Silver Edge versus the Tide. Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, they're just ruining
That's
the Tide
gonna
completely.
Be real nice.
Static Storms, Dooms, breaks. Tide he's just not going to stand a chance, JT.
No, that's going to be real frustrating. And then it's going to be even harder to catch Bryle too, because they have been having some problems versus him. 10-3 and 7. He can just reset and run out of the fight.
This
Jump.
from IG though, they're trying to go to the high ground. JT's in with the Ravage.
Saberlight.
They've got the control on a Saberlight. That's the Doom down for 50 seconds. Bryle, they put the BKB, turn over towards JT with the burst of the Laguna. It's not enough. JT's able to step out. All comes into play. Tomato looking for the opportunity to try and chase them down. JT's able to get the blink off, and that Horn won't set up anything. As IG, they get in, they get out. They lose a Lion, but they take down Saberlight.
That's a big waste of a Haunt, actually. 2 minutes on cooldown. Very, very significant. Saberlight at the tier 3 too. That probably puts a little bit of fear into Undying. And that is the reveal of the blink on the Wraith King. But now no Ravage up. But at the same time also no Haunt. But we still will probably see, I would like to see Undying look for some type of Haunt as soon as the Doom respawns. We've got all the important spells at the ready. Spectre can still join the Shadow Step, so. But where do they want to hit is the question. They have that ward, again, placed deeply into the IG jungle, so maybe they can try to catch, if they see like a core play around there, if they see Emo, make his move to play around it. And they're looking to smoke there at the moment. It's gonna get broken.
Saberlight want to jump. He's looking for it. He's going to put the BKB. Doom
Doom's
drop down, but this time around, IG might be able to separate Emo from the rest of the action. No,
Glimpse.
they can't. The glimpse, it's there. Back into the face of Saberlight and Moon. The Fisher's down, so is Emo. Emo out of the fight for 50 seconds. Turning now over towards the Lion. Here's Kaka. Up to the high ground. Light Strike Array grabs him. There's 3 down. They've just got to run IG.
They want to try to get vision of one more for the glimpse. Can't quite, still out of range too. That's way too far away.
Yeah, an awkward fight there to try and take.
Oh, but JT, he's spotted. They're still hunting. He's broken. Dude was like, please give me vision, but can't quite. Huge fight again. Emo just, yeah, they got his number this game.
They do that. Yeah,
Saberlight's like, I
Saberlight,
got
he
you.
really is. Just he all he wants to do this game is doom Emo.
Yep.
And he's doing a very, very good job of it so far.
Yeah, that was good bait. He just walks into the room and he's like, hey, you guys can cast spells on me. Then mid-animation, pops BKB. I think Emo jumps in into a static storm and then boom, gets doomed instantly. So they've got to be careful on the side of IG as things are very much so spiraling out of control. 8K lead. The Tomato Spectre nearly has his Manta done. He's got his level 20 talent to 2,800 HP. And now he finds a Titan Sliver, so even more effective HP. For this beautiful Spectre.
I mean, Fly's still very farmed, but it's not quite having as much of an impact.
No. He can't do the same thing as Spectre does. Spectre's just going to always get into the back lines easier. Fly, he's also got a lot of money onto like a Midas still.
Once Brawl has the Satanic, I don't... They're going to struggle to even kill the Lina.
Yeah.
Brawl already has been very hot with the positioning.
He might be able to just stand toe-to-toe with Fly at some point soon. Like, if Fly doesn't get his AC soon, it's a concern.
RG's charging in.
See what they find. Saberlight.
Oh, he's out with the blink. And the BKB, and now with the Haunt, they've got full vision of where RG is. They'll look to focus down Fly the once. He's going to fall first time. They go for another round. Dubu steps in. We'll drop the Static Storm to hold back the Wraith King, but there's going to be no further follow-up. Moon's still eyeing up a potential to maybe get in. Lays down the Fissure. They want to jump for this, though. They're looking towards them. I mean, Fly and JT both low. Braille pots the BKB, tries to commit onto the Tide, and he's got him. The right clicks are enough. Braille takes down JT. A buyback comes out from JT. There's IG. They want to get back in onto Braille. Fly stands his ground with the BKB, but the backup's here from Tomato. Over he goes. Fly to be taken out. 3 buybacks have come out from IG, but they can't help Emo. Another Doom. It's there. Drop down onto Emo. As Braille does fall, but of course a fantastic fight again for Undying. I mean, it's 3 buybacks from IG and
completely wasted.
Nothing done with them at all.
No, they can't look to take these fights, and it looked awkward of a start there perhaps for Undying, because Moonmeander, he used the Echo Slam just to get the Aftershock stun along that Fissure that he got for the 2 targets, but it worked because the Tidehunter got committed on from Braille, and yeah, Braille is doing a very good job of making sure that he finishes off the target, so we're going to see this all again here, the Haunt causing kind of a bit of a disaster there for IG. I mean, Ali is less than half HP just from that. And yeah, Static Storm starts to look weird. This whole beginning looks weird. And then Moon here gets the Fissure, gets the Totem, and then even use the ult to stun them again afterwards. Still looks weird, but they finish the Tide, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah. The chase down's there. I mean, Saberlight the whole fight's way. He was waiting for his Doom to come back online. Yeah. Was on cooldown, and you know, lo and behold, it comes up just in time for him to drop it on Emo yet again. Kind of lost count of the amount of times he's managed to doom Emo. I think it's got to be at least 5 or 6, maybe even more. Every single time, getting that pesky Void Spirit.
He's always got vision of it too. It's just easy for him to go for the target because Tomato is the initiator. He's the first initiator, then they have a secondary initiator. They have like 3 or 4 different forms of initiation for him to always get the right target. Moon's level 20. Having a hell of a game.
Oh!
Say that.
Moon, he's in. He's got the backup. He may die for this. No, he's not going to. He's up in the air with the Yules. The Remnant will grab him. They try and get back in to kill him, but Moon, he's living.
Hell of a game for Moon. They're feeling confident now. They've got the Roche up too. Everything coming up at the ready pretty soon. Doom's even back online. And Fly's just in the base. I think IG's really feeling quite lost in this one after the buybacks didn't go their way. And after Emo's been doomed the entire game. 7 and 8. 8 deaths on the mid laner.
I love surprised he's not just said, I need Lincolns. I mean, it's just, he's going to keep getting doomed.
Surely is.
Might see another one here.
Yep. Ooh.
Yep, there we have it.
Is. And goodbye. But Saberlight's not tipping
I was
going to
say, he's holding. You know he wants to.
He wants to, but
he
this team
really
is
wants to throw some tips on top of those dooms that he's throwing the way of Emo, but he's holding back.
Not once the whole game that he's done it, and he's had Emo's number the whole time. You see Bryle, Satanic is done. Bryle looking pretty unkillable now. About to hit 25. Tomato, level 24, soon hitting 25. Has a nullifier done too, so... You know, Kaka, he had that Ghost Scepter that was bailing him out slightly in some situations, now no longer. Yeah, this game looks quite impossible for IG. They need a miracle.
Yeah, Undying's going to have to make some big mistakes to let this one slip away. And I think, if anything, you know, definitely from this series, Undying will be able to definitely look at the draft from game one and say, you know, we made mistakes there, because their play it's been solid.
It's been good. It's been very good this game. As Saberlight, they got him this time.
Tomato's going to be straight onto the back lines, though. Takes out Kaka. Ollie's got to head up to the high ground. Tomato trying to chase. He'll turn over towards Fly. Down the once, can they do it again? Time ravages up, and Fly actually able to get the blink off the back of the reincarnate. So this time around, IG able to limit the deaths a little bit, but still 2 supports dropping.
And his Saberlight's dead when his Doom was on cooldown also, so I'm sure Saberlight's not too upset about that. He's going to respawn, and Doom's going to be back up. I mean, they still have such a good footing of the map too. Like Emo just trapped inside of the base, Fly just sending skeletons out. Undying is fully controlling this one. And they're getting their siege ready. Bryle, he's got 25, so he's got the attack range talent. He's now queued up the Dragonlance, so he's going to be able to siege from a very far distance. It's going to make it very hard for IG to take advantage of it all. Great playing, great team fights from Undying. I bet Moon's feeling real glad. He's like, man, you know what? We should first pick the Shaker more, guys, because he's having a very good game.
IG themselves, yeah, Lincoln's next for Emo. He needs it, yeah.
Yep.
It's proven to be very difficult for them to fight. So, yeah, they pretty much don't have a mid each time.
It's hard for them to really get like these type of like dream initiations because of those BKBs. Like JT keeps wanting to go in with his Ravage, but he can't because they're already, once they get gone on first every single time, and then they have like 2 heroes dead. And then he goes to look for a Ravage, and they're BKB'd, so... Yeah, this Tomato Spectre is just causing insane problems. 12, 0, and 16 on Tomato in this game.
Yeah. He's been playing solid. Even in the game that they lost, he was playing very well. As well as he could, given the hand that he was dealt. And this time round, much better setup for his hero, and yeah, he's pushing it to full potential.
Yeah, I think Fly is starting to feel a little bit of that pressure. He sold the Midas, so they're probably feeling like this game is looking to hit its conclusion pretty soon. So he's got to get whatever he can to fight early on here.
And one more bad fight, and it could be a GG.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't. Okay, he actually sorry, he put the Midas at base. I guess I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
So he's got the Midas. He's gonna be able to use it once more. Timeless Relic picked up for Emo. That's a nice one. Especially with him
well, say if he gets to press his spells,
yes,
you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's not really getting to use those much.
Could be nice if he is able to, as Moon.
Right,
looking for a go.
Ready to start things straight away. They jump forward. Doom's going to be dropped down. This time onto JT, switching it up a little bit. And it will be enough to allow them to get the kill. No chance for a Ravage. Just quick, efficient moves from Undying. With the lead that they have, they can take a fight when they wish. And every time, 2-3 heroes taken out immediately.
And it's just like a shadow step. It's a long-range fissure from the 20 talent from Moon Meander, and then just a shadow step into boom. They just get easy kills. And now they still have Haunt them. So whenever they look like they want to actually take the fight, they can just pop it and go. As Bryle, as we mentioned, with the Dragonlance plus the attack range talent, he can siege.
And they're in. Oh, look at this.
There's a jump.
I've been straight for Flood. He's just dying to the illusions.
Oh my goodness.
As he's going to go down the once, you'll see Emo jumping in with the Astral Step. He is able to burst Bryle.
Dude, the Timeless Relic damage, you see that?
I mean, yeah.
You.
When he can press those spells, that and he's not being doomed, he still does the damage.
Oh
Dubu ends up ticking out the Ignite.
He burns.
I mean, IG, can they get more out of this? Moon and Saberlight, they're on the retreat. Fly. Oh, what?
So fast.
Could still get in on top of one of them. He's got his eyes on Tomato.
Oh, Tomato's shard procced off the Radiance. Did you see that? The Radiance burn did the 300 damage thing, so it shot a dagger at the invisible Wraith King. Oh, that's a good one. For those who don't know, of course, you're going to look at the shard, yeah. There. So even though he was invisible, it shoots that out there. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen that happen versus an invisible hero. So
Ah, yeah, super
really nice.
good against the Radiance ones. Yeah. Oh, he's going to get that slow on them when they're trying to chase you.
Yep. So 25 on Fly. Find himself some bounty runes. Somehow he's still top net worth in the game.
Ah, the skeletons do that for you as well.
It's true.
Going very fast on this hero, but hasn't. Oh, goodbye. Well, maybe not. Okay, Emo's there in time to help out Ollie's. Good job as well. He would have died otherwise.
Holy. That's crazy. You don't have to commit anything. Right? You just
in,
Shadow Step,
Manta.
jump out, Manta, Nullifier into a Bloodthorn. Almost kill a hero just with that, with almost no commitment. That's.
I mean, the map is terrifying for any lonely support.
Right, it is because you hit the 25 as well, so your Haunt Illusion damage, you get the bonus instead of taking the Dispersion, because now you have Shadow Step, everyone takes that talent. If you look, 112% on the Haunt damage from the Shadow Step, so yeah, math, lots of damage. Overwhelming amount of damage really for the side of Undying in this game. And soon to have a refresher also for Saberlight, so he'll be able to go for double targets for the Dooms. As a BKB is picked up for Emo, they're giving him a gem. They're running in. They're looking to catch him off guard here.
No, they've got everything ready to go.
If they get on top of Brile.
And he's going to try and lead him, but the BKB's out. Straight away, BKB turn around. They bring down Fly the ones. Already on the back lines, Tomato trying to push back the rest of IG, making sure they've got more than enough space to focus down Fly a second time.
He just gets annihilated. Jumps in a bit too far. Nice little blink play from Saberlight. Just it's like the blink in place to dodge the stun. They were ready for that one.
And he's ready to chase it with the ninja gear.
Still got Doom at the ready. Roche in 1 minute. They're going to scout it. Not quite there. Taka.
Oh, IG's back in.
Buyback.
Look at the buyback coming in. It's coming from the back lines. JT's managed to catch both Moon and Dubu. The Static Storm comes out, but Moon's already down. Buyback comes into play. The Static Storm and the Doom down on a JT. Saberlight trying to charge them down. Stun onto the Wraith King for now, holding back Fly's offensive potential, but the Wraith Fire Blast, it's out. Saberlight, he'll burn. As he falls, Tomato, can he come in with the cleanup? He's picked up the double, but he's holding back, pushing it any further with the loss of his Doom. Doesn't want to try and fight in on the front lines. They'll hold back. I mean, it's two buybacks from IG there. Fly being the big one. Just the one from Undying from Moon. And, of course, around this time where Roche is soon to be respawning.
And Moon still has his Echo. Ravage was used, so even if JT buys back, it won't be there. Emo does come back toward the area. And, yeah, Roche back up in 5.
I mean, if IG get a good fight before, if they can kill off Moon.
It's a level 25 on Emo. So he is, and he finds an Arcane Rune too. Okay.
Oh, he's going to be able to make up for all those spells he couldn't cast earlier.
Yep.
Spell Prism and the Arcane.
Yep, Dissimulate stun at
There's
the
no
ready
Doom. Doom's been his biggest threat, and he's out of the game. Saberlight for now. They jump in, but the Fisher comes into play. They've managed to burst through Kaka. Fly, pots the BKB's out to the side, but he'll fall. Can they back him up here for the second round off the back of the Reincarnate? They can't. Brile and Tomato just rip him to pieces. As the rest of IG have to back off. Ollie into the trees, looks for the TP out. He's away before they can find him. Emo, he's having a run. He can't fight whilst there are 3 men down.
It's a long time for the Wraith King too. 110 seconds, an easy rush, and that's it. Oh, it's a blessing. So, yep. I mean, who are you gonna give it to? Do you want to give it to Brile or do you want to give it to Saberlight? I think you can just give it to Saberlight. And now he has a break as well inside of his Dooms, and he's gonna have the mana pool. I guess once he uses it. He'll have enough. He'll be fine.
I mean, 90 seconds without your carry.
Yep.
I don't know if you're holding off this one. This could be Undying, finding the end here to the second game. As IG can do something spectacular with a 4-man defense.
And what a game so far by Undying. These cores, like Brio 17-5 and 11, Tomato 16-0 and 19. Like, these kill scores are absurd. They're just getting all the right connections. Dubu 0-6-21, a nice, beautiful stat line too.
That's one set, ready to
On to the next.
poke on for the tier 4s here. They know there's no Wraith King for a minute.
Okay, JT, he's got the refresher.
They need something huge. Emo, he's in with the BKB. He's going to try and start things off onto the leader. Look to the
He's in
first
the Static
one.
Storm.
They're able to take him down the once. The Static Storm's there. Kaka can't step out in time. JT has been trapped. Ravage will come out. He's looking for the second one with a fresher, but he can't get it off. They take him down. JT out of the game. No buyback as Undying. They'll look to close this up here first. Tier 4 to go down. Got a fortification. Emo.
He blinked in, and literally Dubu static storms as he blinks in, like exact same time, so he can't even get the Ravage off.
Emo's trying his best to hold. What can he do? Saberlight, he's jumping in. Emo with the simulate stun, catching the 3 of them, but that's the dead Emo. He has a buyback. It's just down to him and Ollie to try and hold on to this, but they can't. Fisher's out onto Ollie.
About to get doomed again.
10
Saberlight's
seconds
got it
until
ready.
Wraith King. But this Ancient's going to be falling far too fast. Undying, they focus the Ancient. They want to try and pick off Emo before the game ends. Saberlight certainly does. He's in with one more Doom to rub salt into the wounds there of Emo. As GG is called, Undying will take this game too.
Very well played by them. I think the biggest thing is really around the Roche, just the patience, right? The way that they like reset, came back, wait for the buybacks, wait for IG to overextend just enough, then they use the double buybacks. I think that was the biggest turning point for me. And man, Tomato, definitely a player to be feared, especially when he's playing on his Spectre. 20, 0, and 21.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, it really goes to show, when they don't shoot themselves in the foot with the draft, Undying, they've certainly got some star potential here. Absolutely, a fantastic game here against an IG that was looking pretty terrifying in game 1.
Yeah.
IG, they were turning up at full strength, and Undying doing what they did here in game 2 definitely goes to show that this is a team that's really stepped things up here for the showing at the International, and you've got to watch out for this squad. If you're able to pull off this level of performance against IG, you can go pretty far.
I mean, yeah, you dismantled them, right? 48-23. The game was like not many situations where it was like, man, it's close for IG after that Roche. After the Roche, it felt like it was just a humongous uphill battle because Emo, I mean, he ends up with 11 deaths. Like that's so much for your mid core.
Yeah, I mean they got him back. It started with a tip over to Emo. Game 1, Emo pops off, but yeah, Undying, Saberlight, he gets riled up even more. He's like, I'm gonna pick Doom. I'm gonna just doom you every single team fight, and he did. So I think at the end of it all, Saberlight, he was the one to have the last laugh here in this game too. As there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Undying with that win, they'll manage to even the series here, 1-1 between Undying and IG.